new video, and it's been almost a week, so let's talk about DFF, or Dead Friend Forever, the series. If you don't know the show, it's a horror series produced by bowx, so Beyond Cloud, who also produced King Porch the series. So there, and the movie Manswan that came out last year, I think. Yeah. So that's who are Beyond Cloud. And I must say, I was pretty invested in the show. My TikTok could provide. I have some reaction bits.
But now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
Good morning. Tonight is DFF last episode. This is what I want to see in this episode. I want T to die. I want P to kill Jin during his hallucination episode. I want Tan to get out of this house alive and with no problem with the police. And I want None to be alive. I'll report back tonight. We are tonight. What the fuck? What did I just watch? Oh my god. What?
What the fuck? No!
A lot happened in this show, and there is a lot to discuss, and if you want to drop opinions and everything, I am more than happy to see what you have to say. And this is an exchange between you and I. Let's talk about the show, and yeah, let's do this, okay? So first and foremost, for me, it's very important to say that this is obviously not spoiler free, because I have not watched 12 episodes to do this with no spoilers, okay? Because I have a lot to say. First of all, I must say, I started the show for backwards, okay? I think we're all waiting for Wuju Bakery at this point. And I wanted to see more of Barcode's acting. And oh my god, I was not disappointed. The boy can act. The boy is freaking talented, okay? Talent into one single person. That much talent in one single person is, wow, incredible. The performance he delivered was absolutely beautiful. He made me go through a range of emotion that I barely had before. Like, I went from extremely sad to extremely scared of him and stuff. It's wonderful to see it. We lived through so much through the backwards character None, and I think he portrayed it really well. And I'm really happy to see how well he did with this role, because it was not an easy one, let's be honest. Wow, a lot of stuff happened in this show and he delivered. Wow, I was shocked a lot of the time. It was wow. And I'm talking about Barcode here because he is my favorite actor on the cast, but everyone delivered such a great performance. It was amazing to see. I'm thinking about Mio's performance, the actor playing New, so Nun's older brother. Wow, he had some pretty intense scenes too, and I was like, okay, I mean, yes. It was totally insane. I think he is one of the characters that I ended up liking the most at the end, and I was like, wow. Because like when we went at the first like 3 to 4 episodes before the flashbacks and everything, I was like, okay, I can't see who he is truly. I don't understand. And he revealed himself, and I was like, oh my god! Insane performance as well. I must say, insane performance as well. These two are my favorite of the bunch. I loved it. I loved it, but of course everybody delivered. There was some very intense scenes for pretty much everybody, and I don't know the names of all the actors. But yeah, and for a lot of them it was their first time acting in a show, and to do something that intense, wow, congratulations. This must have been a lot, and honestly they slayed. I've been consuming media and content and shows since I'm 11. I'm turning 20 this year. I've seen a lot. Okay, I've seen a lot of stuff, and it's incredible to still being amazed by performances like this. And I'm so glad for first time actors that it went that well. That's what I wanted to say, because sometimes when it's the first time an actor is playing a role or whatever, it's, yeah, you can see that he doesn't have, I'm sorry, I wanted to include, you can see that they don't have the thing yet. They're talented, but they're not, there was none of that yet. Talent from the beginning to the end. Loved it. They are incredibly talented. I was at the edge of my seat every episode. Crazy. I just loved it. It was incredible. Performances on top. And just for that, wow, and thank you so much. Okay, I talked about amazing acting out there. I want to talk characters, okay, and theories, because I have a lot to say about the show. I must say, at the beginning, don't come at me, but I quite liked T's character before we knew everything, okay? And I really thought his relationship with White was extremely cute. And if you see where this is going, I'm not saying T is a good character. I do not like his character as the show evolved, but for the 3 to 4 first episodes, you don't know. So you try to have Bond in a horror series. That's not how it worked, but you still try. And I must say that how the storyline of T ended is perfect revenge. That's all I have to say. I think it's worse than death, because he ended up killing the only person that truly mattered to him. And it's crazy to think that he killed White, and from what we saw, boy's not okay. The boy is not okay with it. He's going crazy, just like his father. It's not ended up well, okay? And I think it's better than if T died. I think it's my opinion. You are more than welcome to your own opinion. Please talk about it if you want. I was talking about White. Poor boy is the only one I wanted to get out alive of this house. He died. He does not deserve it. It was in my heart. It hurted. I was like, dude, don't die. And he died, and I must say it's one of the only times I cried during the show. It's when White died. And I did not cry because of T's reaction. I cried because I genuinely liked White, and it wasn't fair that he died. I must say, I was so mad at P. This bitch! You were non-boyfriend, okay? He was non-boyfriend. and he agreed with brother, sorry, he only had one, to avenge his boyfriend. And then, dude, you go fall in love with the one that published your ex-boyfriend that is dead video of him being abused by his teacher? Because maybe abuse is not the word, he was assaulted, because even there is something that made me incredibly mad, is that people saw when none had sex with the teacher, people saw it as him cheating on P. And for me, it was absolutely not that. It was a teacher taking advantage of his student that was in incredible need of help, and he was vulnerable, and he used it for himself. So for me, he was sexually assaulted. And that I saw a lot of people on Twitter were like, yeah, but he cheated on Pete. He did not cheat, he was assaulted. People, please see the different things. The story between the teacher, I didn't even bother to remember his name, and none is not a love story. It's about a teacher taking advantage of his student. It's incredible that you can think of non-cheating. And I can't believe P forgave Jin for posting this video on the internet. The same video that ruined his ex-boyfriend's life. And you can't go out there and tell people you loved none. You don't do that if you love someone, you know? I mean, you have the right to be mad, but you don't forgive the person that published the video. You know what I mean? That he was on thin ice after episode 9, okay? And it escalated. And at the end I was like, I hope you die. Honestly, the only two persons I wanted to be kept alive out of that house was White and Tan. Are they all dead? I don't know. I do think there's the tick sound at the end. I do believe that Tan/Mew is not dead, and that would be freaking awesome. And that P and Jin are still trapped inside their house. I don't want them to get out. And I know a lot of people have been saying they want a season 2 and everything, and I'm like, guys, I studied horror movies for a semester, and I don't think it needs a season 2. I think it had to end up that way to fit into the storyline of her horror show, sorry. And I quite like how it ended. The open ending, awesome. And I just believe they're still trapped into that house, and that Tan's still alive. Tan knew, that was hard. It's a hard adaptation to make. That Tan/Mew is still alive. And if I want to believe that one of them got out is T, because as I said before, I do believe that what he got in the end is worse than death. My opinion, drop your own, please do. I beg you, drop your opinions. But guys, there's nothing worse that could have happened to him, honestly. What did I wanted to talk about? The pacing of the show, extremely good. Always on the edge of your seats, never understanding what the fuck is going on. I really like that too. I must say, first plot twist at episode 6, I was like, hey, I still have 6 episodes to go and you're still already giving me a plot twist. That means there's bigger thing coming, and I was right, okay. The plot twist of episode 6 is, of course, the reveal of P as Non's boyfriend. But yeah, there's so much going on in that show, and I must say I skipped some parts. Some of the scenes I skipped were like all the scenes where with None and the teacher, like when they kiss and when they have sex. That was not it. Okay. And I skipped almost 10 minutes of the last episodes because it was just too much. Okay, you guys need to be extremely careful if you haven't watched the show. Sometimes it could trigger a lot of bad stuff, and Barcode is an insane actor for doing all of that, because I was there, I was like, what's going on? I'm scared. And I had to skip like 10 minutes of the 40 minutes from the last episode because it was too much. So it's okay if you had the same experience, because there was a message written in Thai during those scenes that I skipped, and it was not translated, so I think it was to, and I hope it was to warn the audience of what was going on, but it was a lot. Guys, this show was a lot. And there's so much to say. Right now there's not much coming up to my mind, but is this gonna get me hate? I didn't like Jean's character. Yeah. I have nothing against Copper at all. Don't see it like this, but the character he played, dude, guys, we're talking about someone who got so mad about his crush not liking him back. Crush he did not confess to. Okay, that he knew had a boyfriend and stuff, that he published. He filmed him having sex. The scene is still there in my throat. I can't. It was deeply disturbing. He filmed it, and because he was so angry, he posted it on the internet. He acted like he was his friend afterwards, and he said nothing to the police. Dude, wake up! I swear, he made me mad so often. But hey, I think that was the point of the show though, but I was like, hey dude, wake up. Can't you see that what you're doing is incredibly bad? Apparently we don't have all the same, how to say, ratio towards evil. Because what happened to Nun was evil, and he was truly trapped with no one to help him, and the only person he thought could help him actually took advantage of him. So yeah, the show was a lot. This show, I'm like, in a way I'm glad it's over, and I must say, for a horror series, my expectations were reached and it went beyond. It was insane. And I had a course on horror movies last semester. Insane. It was totally insane. But I think it's also very fun to see new type of BLs coming out, everything that is going on this year. And it was the first horror series BL I watched, and I quite like it, even if with all its bad things and everything that made me mad. In the end, it was a fun ride. It's over. Thank God those characters don't suffer anymore. For a lot of them, some of them deserved to suffer. Well, I must stop because I'm getting to ramble. I'm rambling, and the show was insane. That's my final remark, I think. So guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked everything. You liked what we talked about. So if you want to see more, don't hesitate to subscribe to this channel, because I will be talking BL a little bit more this year. And don't forget, if you want to say anything about the show, I'll be more than happy to read what you have to say in the comment box. And I guess I will see you soon. Bye bye.